Hey, it's Katherine Norland. So I am bringing you a video you have requested. You guys have been on me to do more videos about the Dhar Mann, working there and the experience. And you guys really loved the one I did about the 18 sons I had on Dhar Mann. I figured you might also want to know how many husbands this cat has been with. So I've had 16. Turns out I have had 16 husbands on Dhar Mann. Can you list them all? Do you know who they are? Well, I am about to show you every single one of them. So, without further ado, let's do this. I'm gonna pull up and record my screen so you can see what we're talking about. And I'm a little tired, I have to say. I was having computer troubles, and this is actually my third time recording this. Let me tell you, I've been trying to do this for 2 hours, and I'm like, I almost gave up. I was like, maybe it's not meant to be that I do this video, but I love you guys and you requested it, and we're gonna give you what you asked for. So, not in any particular order, the 16 husbands I've had on Dhar Mann. Number 1, Kurt. Does that ring a bell? Kurt Merrill. He was my husband once. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, no, he did not show a gorgeous Instagram model and tell me I should look like that.
Right. Crying like you always do.
What a jerk!
I don't have time for this.
Do you guys remember this one? Fast forward, he's gained weight. And he's not so, oh. Now he wants to get back together.
You look amazing.
Yeah.
So much weight I could barely...
I remember filming this day, and it was his birthday, and he was like wanting to be done because his girlfriend was going to take him somewhere. Anyway, Kurt Merrill, one and only time he was my husband on Dhar Mann. I don't think he's done anymore either. But here he is on IMDb if you guys want to see what else he's done. He's got 16 credits as an actor. Most of these are short films. Usually short films don't really get distribution, like widely known where you can see them. But this one might be a feature. This poster looked pretty cool. Railway Spine. I was looking at his bio, and I forgot he was so tall. I'm looking here, he has 6'4". I think that's how tall Dhar Mann is. So, actor, writer, born in 1991, mostly does film and television, but also has theater credits for both classics and contemporary stuff, Shakespeare. Here he is on Instagram, just under his name, Kurt Merrill. You can check him out there. Writer, director, publicly acceptable psychopath, and all-around goofball. Okay, weekly videos. So I was looking at some of these. These are like little skits he does. Let's see if this is funny.
You know what, man? I think you look a lot better without glasses. Thank you, but I don't wear glasses. I know. If I do. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my
What?
That's just because
Oh, that was not what I expected. This one I saw, this one was kind of cute.
Hey, man. Stop saying to women on the internet that you think they're beautiful. Say it to your wife. Okay. Funny, I think women on the internet are beautiful. I hate you so much! Clearly, this is all your fault.
Insensitive jerk might be the type he plays. So he does have a YouTube. I was scrolling trying to find his YouTube channel. I was like, he doesn't have one. But then I'm like, this is not him in this picture. It can't be him. It doesn't look anything like him. But turns out it is him. And he's got a few videos if you want to check him out. But let's move on to husband number 2. You will recognize this guy because he has played my husband at least 4 times, maybe 5. I don't know. I didn't count. You can tell me in the comments how many times. Johnny Avila. Who knows who he is without me showing you? Okay. So one of the ones that I liked that we did together was wife rejects her husband's compliments. Did you guys see this one? There's Johnny in the background.
Cigarette, you look absolutely
Aww. Aww. So sweet. And you guys, he's really sweet like that in real life too. Really soft-spoken. He gets excited. He's got like this childlike quality about him that's really fun. So here we are on IMDb. And every time I tell you guys about IMDb, for those of you who don't know, I'm always like, does it stand for International Movie Database or Internet Movie Database? This is where you can find other films. If you're wondering like, well, what else have they been in? You go to imdb.com, type in the actor's name, and find what else they've done. Turns out we had worked together before on a movie, and the first Dhar Mann movie we worked together on, it was the one where we're like wearing the masks, and me and the daughter, and he's like making fun of us for wearing masks.
Oh, don't tell me you're giving into the political propaganda.
I'm sorry?
You're letting the government take away your rights. No politician's gonna force me to wear that mask.
We figured out by the end that he had, that we had worked together. I wasn't in front of the camera, I was doing like some production work on this protege project. So that's one of the things on his resume. He realized that we had worked together on Lovey's thing here. You can see the protege project. Turns out I later got a role in it playing the psychiatrist, I think. Oh, I'm not listed. I could have swore this is the one I played the psychiatrist in. Maybe it was a different protege project. Maybe there's a couple. Okay, but we worked on this one. I was behind this camera helping out with the production. But we did another one. So we did this Western called The Sins. Right here, he played Texas Ranger. Here's the cool thing about this. So I got cast in The Sins. They were like, well, we need someone to play your husband. Who do you have? Look who I suggested. We've got Nick Sarando from Dhar Mann.
You call that lunch? I cannot believe that me, a multi-millionaire, is sitting here in this dump eating this garbage food.
Played my husband in The Sins. Also, fun fact, I referred Doug Lido.
I know it's not much, but it'll help. Just do me one favor. No matter how hard it gets, don't ever give up.
Also was in Dhar Mann. You see him there. He played the sheriff in The Sins. Another fun fact. So besides me and Johnny and Nick, Mark Ridley was in The Sins. Do you recognize this face? He has also been in several Dhar Mann projects. He played Ricky's husband and boyfriend, and he's been in a couple.
$500. Cheap. Tell you what, here's a little something for your trouble, Gordon.
Wow, very generous of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Think nothing of it.
So check out The Sins. You can see, I don't know if it's out and about available yet. It's just been winning all these awards at film festivals. So that's like totally cool. Do you mind if I just lovingly make fun of him for a little, just a smidge? Let me read his bio and see what, what his background is, how he got started in acting, because normally, like if you have a bio on IMDb, it talks about maybe where you went to school, if you were acting as a child, how you started out. And I got to be reading his bio, and I'm like, Johnny, this does not read like an actor's biography. It reads like a dating website profile. So let me show you what I mean by that. First paragraph, totally like how you would see one. He's native California, he's a cowboy, he's a surfer, he's been making films from an early age, short films with his family, Super 8 film. It shows he has a master's degree from California Polytech University. Contact him, so yeah, totally like legit. But then the next paragraph, it's like, did we switch from an acting bio to a dating website? What you would say to attract the ladies? So I am not making this up. I'm reading this word for word. Check this. John is infinite. and multifaceted. He is tall, has brown hair and a tan, perfect skin, and blue-green eyes that hold many secrets. Doesn't stop there. John has great legs. Wow. And nice muscles. It goes on, but here's the funny part. This is the kicker. So when people put up biographies, they're usually written by other people because they're not supposed to be autobiographies. This biography was written by him. Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Look me in the eyes, Johnny. Let me look into your blue-green eyes that hold many secrets. You gotta have a lot of confidence to put a description like that of you on your acting. I hope that works. I hope that attracts like some casting directors or some ladies. I don't know, but I got a kick out of that. Sorry to make fun of you.
Honey, you know what it's like playing the pushover husband all the time? And you having to play the Karen? You're funny, I love it.
But I was like, is this your like acting bio or is this like a dating thing? Okay. Forgive me, Johnny. I had to poke a little fun at you. I know you have a good sense of humor.
Oh, Catherine, you're really silly. I love having you as my favorite wife on Dhar Mann Studios. It's all tongue-in-cheek. Thank you for the comments.
So here's his Instagram. God First, Armor, Faith, Sigma, actor, model, producer, writer. He has a website, so let's click on that and see what that's about. So you can click on actors reel. You can see his demo reel, so I'm sure this will have other acting besides Dhar Mann stuff. Gallery, some different photos of him. Oh, you know something cool about him? He comes from a family of 8. He's 8 siblings, or he's one of 8. That's pretty cool. So you'll get to see him here. Oh, was he on the cover of a magazine? He should be. He should be with his blue-green eyes that hold many secrets. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up to him next time I see him on set if he doesn't see this first. But he does photograph well. Okay, he does photograph well. He is a model, so maybe you can't be too humble if you're a model. I don't know. And he does have a YouTube channel. I think he has like 80 videos. So guys, Johnny Avila on YouTube. He's got, looks like a lot of them are vlogs, not acting stuff. So you'll get to see a lot of his personal life. Stuff that he did at the college that he worked at. I think it was a college, or maybe it's a high school, but he worked in the agriculture program and he worked with special needs kids. And he really is an all-around great, lovable guy. The first husband I listed, I only worked with him one day, so I don't know anything about him personally except that he had a girlfriend and he had a birthday. But it's Catherine. Yeah, you may be noticing that it's like dark behind me now. I shot for like 2 hours only to realize the computer was not recording my screen. So far, I have been filming for 4 hours and I'm not even a fourth of the way done. So some of you might be wondering, how come you don't do more of the videos on the Dhar Mann things? It's a lot of effort. I've been up since 5 this morning, 13 hours into it, but you guys, you requested this, so I'm not quitting. I'm so tempted to quit, but I'm not quitting. You want to know who husband number 3 is, and we're gonna give that to you right now. Making sure I push record on the computer. Husband number 3, he has played my husband once. Who could that be? Blonde hair, does that narrow it down? Let me show you. His name is John K. Frazier. White dad shamed for black son. Now, who does he remind you of? Let's cut to his face again. Come on, cut to his face. Who does he remind you of? What famous actor does he remind you of? Is it Ricky Gervais? Is it just me? Or does he look like Ricky Gervais to you? Can we do a side-by-side shot of this actor and Ricky Gervais? I want to know if it's just me. Okay, there's some other actor he gets compared to a lot. Russell Crowe. He told me on set people think he also looks like Russell Crowe. So what do you think? Ricky Gervais or Russell Crowe? I'll let you guys vote on that. That is John K. Frazier. This is his IMDb page. Born in Texas. Looks like he went to Performing Arts College with his acting, singing, and dancing background. Oh, interesting. I would not have pictured him as a dancer. That's interesting. Independent films all across the Southwest. It talks about his acting style and the roles that he's famous for. See, this is a real bio. It has nothing to do with his beautiful blue eyes. I might just poke fun at you for several times throughout this video. I don't know. We'll see. I'm tired and cranky. What can I say? I'm like 4 hours into this.
It's all tongue-in-cheek.
What is happening? Oh, look, he was in The Mentalist. Oh, I used to watch that show. That was such a good show. Have you seen it? Aim High. He was in iCarly. 17 credits. Oh, he's done 2 episodes of Dhar Mann. I did not know that. He also played a teacher in Kid Makes Fun of Tomboy. I don't remember him. I wonder, maybe that was before I met him. You know how you watch something and you don't realize someone's in it till you know them, then you can recognize them. So I would have to go back. You know, it's like when you watch a movie and then you don't know certain actors in it, then the actor becomes famous or you know them, then you go back and watch it and you're like, oh my gosh, I've seen this movie, but I didn't know you were in it because you didn't know who they were. Well, same thing. I didn't know he was in it. So check out some of the other stuff he's been in if you want to look him up. I looked him up here on Instagram. If you guys want to follow him, he's under Frazier Actor Man. I would not have known that. Frazier Actor Man. He doesn't have much stuff going on here, just only 30 posts. Here's him with a lizard. It's the most interesting picture. Let's give him a heart for that. Most interesting picture on his page. What can we say? But he does have a website. Let's check that out. Okay, so he's a SAG-and-AFTRA actor. He's been in Funny or Die. You guys probably have heard of Funny or Die. If you click on media, you can watch a bunch of different clips of things he's been in if you want to see more of his acting. Comedy, I definitely see him doing comedy, even though he did a very serious role. I just subscribed to him. He only has 12 subscribers now. He had 11, but then I hit subscribe on his YouTube page. But it looks like he's got some funny stuff on here. This rocker party king guy looks pretty fun. Cowboy, he definitely has the right look for that. So who knows? Check him out. Number 4. Who do you think number 4 is? Number 4 was the husband that I had the most. Before they hired Colin, there was someone who played my husband all the time, the most, and that is, he was also famous for being a bad guy in the Dhar Mann videos. He was like the main bad guy, always cheating, always sleazy. Yes, you guessed it, it's Nick Sarando. Here's a reminder. Aw, some of his videos, he was clean cut, some he had this beard grown out. I remember this, what he says to me in this was like the worst insult I've ever gotten. This is it. Here it is. Oh, that was like, oh, right to the heart. Even my worst hangover doesn't give me the kind of headache that you do. That was a well-written insult. So really, he needed no introduction. You guys know all about Nick Sarando. What I was surprised to see though is that he only had 9 credits on IMDb. So I don't know how long he's been acting, but interestingly enough, looks like he he played a character in a movie that's just done this year, Nightshade, and I have a video on my channel here called Nightshades, based on one of my poems. And is that Britney Spears? I don't know, kind of looks like her. Probably not. And look, he did crew work on this Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. He was doing script continuity back in 2010 and 2015, and he did help me with some script continuity. You guys, I don't know if you know, he helped me shoot several episodes of my You Are Worthy course. This is Trinity Talk for Lesson 6, Take 2.
Oh, I know. Let's make them like us. Here. Does white mess with it? What if I had a green eye?
Oh, good point. Okay, what else? What other tests would we do besides half lights?
Well, my sister's all the way up there.
There's nothing else you have. It's crazy.
Okay, well, we'll stop it.
Got props, yeah.
So we worked together on that. That's pretty cool. As you can see, here's the sins. I pointed that out to you, that a lot of us Dhar Mann actors were in. 10 credits as script and continuity guy. So he's doing some behind the scenes stuff. And I don't know if you guys know, he has an official YouTube channel that is just Nick Sarando Official. And it's his stuff. Let me click videos. I don't know how many he has. He's got a bunch. Some of it has like, quite a few of these look like they're Dhar Mann related stuff. I don't know what all. I did watch him sing in this video. He sings too. I don't know if he's ever done any professional singing, but I've heard him sing. And which you guys probably know. Oh yeah, he did end up doing this video. He talked to me about doing this video. Star actor of Dhar Mann, alcoholic husband, reveals his failing health and struggling drinking a year after. So when he was playing that role you guys just saw him play, he was actually at that time struggling with alcoholism as he was playing the alcoholic. So it was pretty surreal. And that was during the time he was struggling with it. It's showing like, get help if you really need it. Alcoholism is a disease. He said it took him a month to stop drinking. And so he's being really vulnerable sharing all this. I'm very proud of him. When you have a bad addiction, it feels like you can't choose anything else. Remember, he really was getting into fitness, and helping him getting outside and exercising really helped him keep his mind off of, let's see, as I try to be healthy during my battle with alcohol, I couldn't beat it through exercise or diet. So, you know, if you know anyone who struggles with this, you could check out this video of his. Another thing that you may know Nick for is his video, like, I just had some crackers. This video's taken so long to film. I've been at this for 5 hours. I had to like stop and have some crackers and hummus, okay? So I'm like chewing the crackers out of my teeth. So he's got this other channel called Real Viral Actors. And this channel's got 17,000 subscribers, so even more popular than his personal channel, because he strictly this is all about the Dhar Mann actors. It's like, if you want to know more about the Dhar Mann actors and they don't have their own YouTube channel or personal stuff, there's interviews, you'll learn more about them here, so it's good to check out. All right, let's move on to husband number 5. Okay, husband 5 is Joe Solazzo. Does that name ring a bell? He was in the video, Busy Husband Neglects Wife. All right, guys. Do you remember this? Do you remember this video? That was a cute shirt. I should dig that out, find that again, and wear that. He only played my husband this one time, so let's look him up. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Joe Salazzos. And here's one that says Dhar Mann. So, what? Referee? Dhar Mann miniseries, male coach harasses female player, lives to regret, played the referee. He was in Husband Neglects Wife with me. I don't know why this is saying that Do you think that there's two Joe Salazzos that were in Dhar Mann videos? Like, what are the chances? Like, Salazzo, I don't think that's a very common name. I mean, I've never heard it before. This says actress, so I'm gonna go with this one that says actor. This is him. Busy husband neglects wife and family. But I'm curious, was this guy in two Dhar Mann projects? Other one we just looked at, as well as busy husband neglects wife? And they just messed up putting his credit on a different page for him instead of on here? Or is there actually two different Joe Salazzos? Maybe you guys can tell me. So I looked him up. He did not have, I could not find him on Instagram. So he's only got 6 acting credits. Maybe he started late in life. Yeah, because he looks like maybe he was like working full time and not able to pursue it full time. I couldn't find him on Instagram, so I did look him up on YouTube. He only had 3 subscribers, so I subscribed to him. He's got 3 videos, and I noticed he had an acting reel, so I was gonna show you some clips from that. Not that guy, this guy with the beard. Looks like he's playing a bad guy, like a mobster kind of guy. There he is. That's definitely a different look on him with the beard. And then I noticed, oh, maybe that's a different reel. Maybe it's a different, looks like he's gambling in this one. I don't think I saw this clip. Oh, this must be from the same movie. He looks the same in that. Okay, so that's Joe. Find him, find him. That's husband number 5. Who is husband number 6? This is, I believe, the only time I've worked with him, and for sure the only time he's played my husband. So natural, so subtle, so nuanced. You guys picked a good one, like 33 or 34. So, oh, is he a life coach? Familia, health, life coach, humanity, global, and fitness.